You're listening to the best of the Morning X, dropping back into the interview from a few moments ago. This is the original 99X.
Do you and Colmes, do Hannity and Colmes get along as friends?
Yeah, we get along. He's a crazy liberal. I mean, he believes this stuff.
Well, here's the reason I ask. You know,
but we get along, sure.
We'll go on the air, and let's say I say something.
Well, I've seen you guys fighting before behind the scenes.
That
day that
vicious.
Leslie threw the beer bottles at you.
It was
I
brutal.
saw all that happen.
Brutal.
That was the day. In fact, that was the day that the station decided to ban liquor from the studio. When,
Yeah.
That's the day?
Leslie, yeah, that was the day. But the reason I ask is because, we'll go on the air, and let's say I say something in defense of Al Gore, okay?
Right.
I'll get two kinds of letters.
Right.
One from the kind of person who wants to just debate the point with me and get into a good, heated, spirited political discussion, a healthy discussion about it, and then agree that we disagree and we're still friends. And then there's the kind of guy or woman who calls up, you liberal piece of, you shut up, who absolutely wants to kill my firstborn because of it. And, that seems to be the two types of people there are.
Talkers Magazine, it's an industry newspaper for talk radio.
Mm-hmm.
They just ran 5 full pages on Alan Colmes' email. And it is like the latter that you described.
Oh, yeah. I could do that.
It is so vicious.
I could do that,
so
yeah.
cruel and so mean. And he gets that every day. I mostly have people like me, so I don't know what that's like.
Well, Sean, people get their biggest balls when they're hiding behind the email, too.
Yeah, that too.
That's a
Look,
good
and then you guys get a ton of email. We get a ton of email. And I find most people are pretty nice. They'll say something in email that they'd never say to your face. Jimmy, I've been out to lunch with you, and you have your fans. They come up to you. They love you. I'm sure you probably have had a moment or two where they want to, drive you, nuts. But most people are pretty nice, and even if they say something mean, they don't really mean it.
It's weird because, here's my observation. If I say something critical of, let's say, of Al Gore, and I have, I will have Democrats who disagree. They'll write me a letter, angry, whatever. If I say something critical of George Bush, it is vicious. It seems that Republicans seem to have thinner skin.
Yeah, who do you think won, Barnes?
I think Bush did.
Yeah.
I think that it would be nice to have the two candidates go down to Daytona
And just fight.
and have a race to the finish.
A steel cage match?
Yeah.
A race to the finish.
Or they could go to that place where they do
Daytona.
the mud wrestling in Daytona. Do a little mud wrestling. That wouldn't be bad.
Oh, I think that'd be great.
There was this, we were talking about, there's this really great article in the New York Times about how, the guy was saying, really, when you come down to it, the last 2 weeks has been the best view of who these two guys really are.
I think. Look, I'm biased, so maybe people will see it that way. But I think Gore is getting hysterical. I think he's fighting to go into one more county, to have one more recount with one more canvassing board, change the rules one more time, look at one more dimpled ballot. I mean, he's got lawsuits. He got 7 of them going all over Florida. It's insane. He just needs to get over it.
I'm going to be glued to the television set today. I don't know if you've seen this or not, but they're actually showing, it looks like the Bronco chase.
It's ridiculous.
The Ryder truck live.
The Ryder truck is going to Tallahassee.
I will be glued to the set today.
I can't believe somebody at CNN didn't say, wait a minute, this is silly. Why do we have to have a helicopter following a rent-a-truck with cards in it?
That's people will watch.
That's validating what I said about being over it.
We're
They're just
in
taking
news.
it.
Whenever there's a car chase,
Yeah.
the numbers go through the roof.
But this isn't a
This
chase.
is
it's
a truck full
I
of
know,
paper.
but I'm telling you, that's where the mentality comes from.
I know. It's like, let's show a moving car live and people will watch. I don't understand that. But you know what? Right. You guys, your ratings are out of control right now.
It's out of control right now. I mean, look, it makes it a lot of fun. It's easy. You just show up and you're going to have viewers. So,
what do you tell people who say, Sean, I'm sick of hearing this already? What do you tell them?
We're not getting a lot of that.
Yeah, they wouldn't be watching if they were sick of it.
Right. He's kind of
This will be over by December the 18th.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
That's the day the Electoral College makes its choice. And, I'm looking at the screen now. Now the Gore wants to argue to the Supreme Court that the Florida legislature can't name new electors. That scares me because clearly the Constitution, Article 2, Section 1, says they can.
Yeah.
And, it makes me think, this guy, he's going to be hanging onto the curtains when we pull him out of there.
Well, I'm glad you were on with us, Sean, because, whenever I say anything, I get, how come you don't have any conservative people on the show?
Hey,
All
listen,
right, there
you
we
guys
go.
are the best. You guys, it was great to, meet you guys and know you guys when we were in Atlanta. I hope you guys come up to New York soon. I know, Jimmy, you're coming up pretty soon.
Yes, I am, as a matter of
And I
fact.
hope
He's
hang out with
stalking.
us.
He's stalking Lisa Ling.
Do you know Lisa Ling
What is
personally?
What is yours? You're obsessed with Lisa Ling?
Yeah, he's trying
We
to
have
get a
that-
date.
Well, wait a minute. She invited me to
She
dinner.
did. She invited him to dinner.
Are you serious?
Yes, she did.
Really?
Yes, she did.
Oh.
We're trying to find out if she really meant it or if she was just being nice.
That is correct.
I think she was being nice.
That's
Why
what
do
I,
you
that's
say
what
it?
I said.
Why?
but
Why do you say that, Sean?
Why do you say that?
No, I don't know.
Have you ever-
If she doesn't know you and she
That's
said,
just
come
it.
to New York, come to dinner,
it's like
I mean,
a very
somebody's
nice.
got to warn her about you.
Well, we talked on the phone, and
She hasn't
don't.
even seen you though.
Well, but
Hey,
don't.
are you still going out there with your microphones whenever any celebrities come to Atlanta? And are you, driving them nuts?
We had a legal problem with that.
You
Let's just end it there.
Go
got
figure.
sued?
But-
Who sued you?
It's
Yeah.
It
who
doesn't
didn't?
matter, huh?
Who didn't? I'll tell you what. We have a tape of Leslie calling O.J. Simpson in his hotel room that will never again be heard on this
Ever,
airwaves,
ever.
where he's actually hitting on her.
Oh, really?
Will
Yeah.
never be heard. We've been, told
Warned.
do not
well,
play it.
well, you're allowed to repeat it, Leslie. What did he say?
No,
well,
he wanted.
Sean, that's rare footage. Getting OJ on tape hitting on some woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, somebody like Leslie, I can see it.
Yeah,
No, it was just creepy.
Was he really hitting on you, Leslie?
yeah. He wanted a tour of the city.
Oh, boy. You know what? That could be a life-changing experience.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
ladies, when O.J. wants you to give him a tour of the city, say no.
Yeah, that would not
Just
be a
saying.
good thing.
All right, Sean.
Sean
Hey, guys,
Hannity.
listen, good
See you
to-
later,
good to
Sean.
talk to you. We'll see you when you're up here, Jimmy.
See you, Sean.
Bye bye.
The best of the Morning X.
99X.